Joining me today, we have Robert Eckford from Rua Gold. Robert, thanks so much for joining us.
Great to be here.
So I first got to ask you here, we're at a precious metals conference. What's your outlook for gold?
I mean, we're seeing all-time highs every single month. September's known to be a tough month for gold historically, but so far it's held and it continues to hold. We're at the brink of interest rate cuts, so fundamentals are all there. I see it steadily increasing. I don't see any catastrophic runs to 5,000, but I do see it on a steady rise consistently, maybe aim for a 2,700 floor by the end of the year.
So it's the first time we've had you on. What's the high-level overview for Rua Gold?
So Rua Gold, we launched this company in March. We've got two really highly prospective properties down in New Zealand, and we're on the hunt there. We're fully permitted, we're cashed up, and we've got drills turning.
So what can you tell us about New Zealand as a jurisdiction?
So New Zealand, and this is the opportunity for investors. New Zealand is very much underexplored, unloved sort of jurisdiction over the past few years. There's a lot of gold in New Zealand. There's a long history of gold mining in New Zealand. Oceana Gold have been there, and they've been mining it for over 20 years. And now, as of last year, they've got a new pro-mining government, and they're looking to get more mines and really boost the economy. New Zealand's in a recession. They've got a lack of jobs. They've got a big problem with young New Zealanders leaving, going over to Australia, working on the mines. And the government have seen this, and they've come in with a very pro-mining, pro-business attitude, and they've committed to double mining exports in the next 10 years.
So for our audience watching this that are unfamiliar with New Zealand, are there any major gold producing companies in New Zealand? What can you tell us about sort of who's there? And
there's been a huge rush to New Zealand. So starting there is Oceana Gold have got the main footprint there. As I said, they've been producing there for 20 years. They've got two operating mines. Both are going through expansion phases right now. But there's also been new emerging companies. We've got Santana Minerals, who's here at Beaver Creek as well. They've just come out with a 2.2 million ounce resource. They've got a PFS, and they're looking to finance the build now. You've got our neighbours right next to us is a private group called Federation Mining, and privately they've raised 220 plus million Australian dollars in Australia through Australian super funds. So you've got a huge interest moving into New Zealand. We've got the first mover advantage, us and a few of these other companies, and so that's the point where we're starting from the ground up now, and we can get the resource going. Then we know that the government's going to be behind us when we come to permitting.
so you guys have a number of deposits. What's the primary focus?
So we've been private for 4 years before actually launching this company, and we've done a lot of groundwork, all the foundational work in our South Island deposit called Reefton, and that one is a past producing area. That's had 2 million ounces taken out of it at grades ranging from 10 to 50 grams a ton. So really high grade. As I said at the start, Rua Gold is a high grade story. And so we're focused there, we're fully permitted, we've got drills turning, 2 drills currently mobilized, and we've got the largest land holding in that region. This is an orogenic style deposit, and I'm a finance guy, I'm not going to speak too much geology here, but these style of deposits have been company makers. I mean, this is the foundations of Gold Corp with Red Lake. It's Newfound Gold in Newfoundland, it's Fosterville in Victoria. These orogenic deposits are actually very prolific, and they've got a huge amount of gold, and we've got an undiscovered one, but it has been past producing up until the 50s. And so we know there's gold there, it's just a question of how much.
So what does the current exploration plans look like? Are you guys drilling?
Correct. We've got a 10-kilometer drill program mapped out ahead of us, and so we're very aggressively drilling. Back in July, we just closed a financing for $8 million, really successfully led by Cormark, supporting us in that. And it was a zero warrant financing. I mean, you pick an under 50 million market cap company that's doing a financing without a warrant. I mean, we're very cognizant of our current shareholders. Management own 24% of the company, and we all put real money in. It's not like the free stock story of here's a 1 cent stock and now you have skin in the game. We've all put money in. We all re-upped for the financing as well. And so you've got a supportive management team currently drilling, and funded to drill for the next 10 kilometers. So that's a lot of catalysts coming to the market.
So if I'm an investor watching or I'm thinking about getting in, what am I looking out for over the remainder of the year or the relatively near term?
Yeah, I mean, if you think of the Lassonde curve, and for most of your viewers, they'll be familiar with that Lassonde curve. You've got a long flat period at the start, and that's the long flat period of the 4 years we were private. We've done the proof of concept. We've done all the surface work. We know exactly where we're drilling. We've done all our permitting, and now it's the discovery phase. And so you're coming in right as we're about to release exploration results. And so, as I said, 2 drills turning. Exploration results will come early October, if not end of September, depending on New Zealand weather. And it'll continue on that for the foreseeable future for 12 months that we're fully funded for this drill campaign. We'll be looking to do monthly exploration updates and keep the market abreast of our drill campaign. And we're hoping that'll bring the catalyst that investors are looking for.
Well, Robert, thanks very much for hopping on here. Hopefully you can come back on here and we can do maybe a remote interview as the exploration results start to come in, and you can break down for us that big discovery that you've just made.
Yeah, I'll come down to New Zealand. It's not a hardship place to be.
We would love that.
Nice. Thanks very much for the time.
Thanks, Robert.